Well, guys, I don't want to keep you too long, so let's go ahead and get started. We've got enough people in class. We'll get going. So find your way onto your mat or your towel, and then if you have the playlist ready, you guys can go ahead and start the playlist. Of course, I'm the one that doesn't have it ready. There it is. Alrighty, let's get warmed up. So let's start by lying back on the mat. We're going to start with the pelvic tilt, reclaiming control of our hips and our pelvis, right? So like I've said before, we don't always sleep in the best positions. And having control of our pelvis means we have control of our core, we have control of our breathing as we go throughout the workout. So let's start with the pelvic tilt. So you can make a triangle or a diamond with your hands if you like. Place on your stomach about an inch below your belly button. Imagine there's a marble in between your fingers, and I want you to roll that marble down towards your pointer fingers, down towards the toes, arching the back up off the floor, and then roll the marble back towards your head, flattening the back out. Roll the marble down towards the feet, arch up, roll it back towards the head, flatten out. Inhale, arch up, exhale, flatten out. Let's do two more. Inhale, roll that marble forward, exhale, flatten that back out, roll the marble towards the head. Last one, roll forward, inhale, exhale, flatten out the back, and then just come right to a neutral spine, right in the middle, just a small space. From here, we're gonna go right into a segmented bridge. So we're gonna keep gaining control of that pelvis. We're gonna lift the hips up. So you're gonna tuck, curl, flatten the back out, and then by each single vertebra, you're gonna lift the hips up to the ceiling. And then by single vertebra, you're gonna lower the hips back down to the floor with the hips being masked. Let's do three more. Tuck, curl, lift the hips up to the ceiling, drive through the heels, and then curl all the way down. Pull that belly button in to help those hips be the last to touch. Tuck, curl, lift, roll up, and then roll by each single vertebra down to the floor. Let's go one more. Tuck, curl, lift, squeeze the glutes together, lift those hips up to the ceiling, and then curl the spine all the way back down to the ground. Very good. From here, we're gonna go and we're gonna do some regular glute bridges. All right, so you're gonna keep your feet about shoulder width apart. We're gonna keep a neutral spine now. So just that small space in that low back. We're gonna lift the hips up, lower down to a hover. We're gonna lift the hips back up, lower down. Let's go for 10. Lift up, down, up, down, up, down, lift up, down, up, down, lift up, down, up, down. Let's go three more. Up, down, lift up, down, up, down. Last one, lift up, down. Relax those hips. Bring those feet wide, about the width of the mat or wider. We're gonna go for another 10. So knees stay over the feet, knees stay wide. We're gonna lift the hips up, lower down to that hover. Make sure those knees stay out as you drive up. Let's go for 10. Lift up, down, lift up, down, up, down. Squeezing the side of the hips, up, down, lift up, down, up, down, up, down, lift up, down. Last three. Up, down, lift up, down. Last one. Lift up, down, and go ahead and relax. We're going to do single leg, and then we're going to move on in our warm-up. So go ahead and bring your right foot to your left knee. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more in the warm-up, you can keep that right leg straight up to the ceiling. If you want a little bit more support, you can drop that right foot to your left knee. Single leg bridge. We're going to drive through that left heel, lift both hips up to the ceiling, squeeze that left butt cheek tight, and lower down. If you're struggling to drive through the heel, go ahead and pick your toe up to the ceiling, dig the heel down into the floor. Let's go for 10. Lift up, down, lift up, down, up, down, up, down, lift up, down, up, down, lift up, down. Last three. Up, down, up, down. That's one. Lift up, down, and relax. Very good. Switch to the other side. Left foot to that right knee. Again, you can keep that left foot up for a little bit more of a challenge, or you can support. Dig that heel down into the ground, toes up towards the ceiling. Let's go for 10. Lift up, down to that hover, up, down, lift up, down, up, down, lift up, down, up, down, lift up, down. Last 3. Lift up, down, up, down. Last 1. Lift up, down, and relax. If you want to give your knees a big squeeze, you can. And then we're going to sit up. We're going to come into our feet. Find yourself on the edge of your mat or where you have space. We're just going to go into a downward dog position. So we're going to kind of inchworm it out. So you're going to reach for the floor. You're going to go ahead and walk out into that plank. And then you're going to shoot the hips up to the ceiling. And from here, we're stretching out the shoulders, letting that neck hang heavy. And I want you to pedal out your heels. So shift your weight side to side, driving your heels down to the ground, getting a nice deep calf stretch on either side. So keep pedaling out, getting a deep backside stretch, stretching those shoulders, letting that head hang heavy. Do a few more, and then slowly walk those hands into the toes and curl up to stand. Awesome. We're going to go for 3 more inchworm. We're going to walk out. You have an option. You can add a push-up at the end or not. And we're going to walk the hands back in. So you're trying to keep your legs as straight as possible, but if you need to bend your knees to reach the floor, please do. So we're going to reach to the ground. You're going to walk back out into that plank position. Here's your option to add that push-up. Shoot the hips up to the ceiling. Walk the hands into the toes. Let's go for 2. Let's walk back out into that plank. You can modify on your knees for that push-up if you like. Shoot the hips up. Small walk back with the hands. 1 more. Walk out into that plank. At that push-up if you like. Shoot those hips up to the ceiling. Walk the hands back into the toes. Very good. Let's stretch out the rest of the hips and spine. We're going to come into that deep Spider-Man lunge. You can start by coming down onto one knee, and you can keep this back knee down for support if you need. So take both hands, bring them to the floor. If you want to deepen that stretch, you're going to bring that back leg up and come into that deep Spider-Man lunge. All right, we got 5 twists. So the inside arm, the one right next to that front knee, we're going to reach up, look up to the ceiling, and then we're going to twist that elbow down to the floor. We got 4 more. Reach up, look up, twist down, drive down as far as you can. Reach up, look up, twist down, drive down. Reach up, look up, twist down, drive down. 1 more. Reach up, look up, twist down, drive down. Stay in this lunge. Bring your hands on either side of that front foot. We have hip lifts. You're going to drive this front leg back as straight as you can, lifting that hip up to the ceiling, and then sinking back down to that low lunge. Lift up, down, lift up, sink down. 2 more. Lift up, sink down. Last one. Lift up, sink down low. Good. Let's switch to the other side. Switch your feet. Keep that back knee down if you need, or press up into that deep lunge. Both hands inside that front knee. All right, 5 twists. Inside arm. Reach up. Look up to the ceiling. And then twist down. Drive the elbow to the floor if you can. Reach up. Look up. Twist down. Drive down. Reach up. Look up. Twist down. Drive down. That's 2. Reach up. Look up. Twist down. Drive down. Last one. Reach up. Look up. Twist down. Drive down. Stay in this lunge. Hands come on either side of that front foot. We have our 5 hip lifts. Drive that front leg straight. Lift the hip up to the ceiling. And then sink back down into that low lunge. Drive up. Lift up. Sink down. Drive up. Lift up. Sink down low. Drive up. Lift up. Sink down. Let's just do 1 more. Drive up. Lift up. Sink down nice and low, and go ahead and relax. All right, nice job, everybody. We're gonna go ahead right into our core section. We're gonna work for 20 seconds. We're gonna rest for 10. We have 3 exercises. We're gonna go through 3 rounds. So the first is we're gonna be on our back for all of these. We're gonna start with a dead bug. So for this dead bug, you're gonna bring opposite hand to knee. And this part is the most important part of the whole exercise. I want you to create pressure, and I want the knee to drive into the hand, and I want the hand to resist the knee, okay? The knee drives in, the hand resists. So don't push your knee down with your hand, but push the hand with your knee. So you're gonna create contact. Head, neck, and shoulders are gonna lift up. Create that pressure. Opposite arm and leg will reach out and come back to the middle, staying here the whole time. The harder you push that knee into that hand, the more of the contraction you're gonna get. So the belly button's gonna pull in. You're trying to drive that knee in harder and harder each time. 20 seconds one side, 20 seconds on the other. Then we're gonna rest for 10 seconds. And we're gonna have our sprinter V-ups. Okay, so we'll be on the tailbone. And this is kind of that single leg, right, where legs are straight. Arms are gonna be just kind of by our head. We're gonna sit up. One knee drives up, one arm is forward, because it looks like I'm sprinting. You're gonna sit back down, sprint up to the other side. Down, sprint up. Options here is you can just be here for just that regular V-up, arms out, both knees drive in, or hands can combine your hat, come in. Words are hard this morning. Or hands can come behind your back for an assisted V-up. Those are our 3, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You guys ready? All right, let's start with the dead bug on our backs. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Create that pressure between that hand and knee, and the harder that knee drives in, more of the contraction. Think about that belly button pulling down and in, and keeping that C curve of the spine. So I don't really care what the other arm and leg are doing, but keep your focus on that knee driving in. Last 2, 1, and rest. Very good. We're gonna go to the other side. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Head, neck, and shoulders are up. You're curving the spine. Belly button is pulling down and in, right? So you don't want your belly button pushing up into the thigh. You want it pulling away. And then drive that knee into the hand as hard as you can. Keep driving. Don't let your hand push the knee down. Drive in 2, 1, rest. Very good. We got the sprinter V-ups, or you can modify to a regular V-up or assisted with the hands behind the back. In 3, 2, 1, and go. So drive up, one knee up, sit back, drive up onto that sit bone, opposite side, like you're running. Right, so arm, elbow, drive up, or you're here for your 2-leg regular V-up, or hands behind the back to assist. Wherever you're at this morning, last 3, 2, and 1. Good morning, abs. Whew, am I right? Okay, guys, let's go back to the dead bug. You're gonna squeeze even harder between that knee and that hand. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Think about that knee, drive it in. Try to get it as high up, close to the head as possible. Drive in harder as you kick the opposite arm and leg out. Keep pushing into that hand, pull the belly button down. You should feel one side of the abdominals on fire, but they're all working. Belly button pulled in, last 2, 1, and rest. Ooh, yeah. That feels good. Let's go for the other side. In 2, 1, and go. Drive that knee in. Head, neck, and shoulders lift up. Belly button pulled down and in. Pull the belly button down and in. Drive that knee as hard as you can into the hand. If you feel like you're not getting much of a contraction, drive harder. Drive. Try like you're trying to squish a bug between your knee and your hand. Last 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Very good. We got the sprinter V-ups. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Sit up, drive one knee towards the hand. Very similar pattern to the dead bug we just did. Or you're two leg or you're assisted. 5 seconds. Keep it up. 2, 1, and rest. Very good, guys. We got one more round. And speaking of bugs, I'm working out in my basement, and the other day I was doing some core and I had a spider crawling right at me. Woo, scary moment. All right. Back to our dead bugs. 2, 1, and go. Squeeze that knee in, right? I had to squish the shit out of that spider because that thing was big. It was coming for me. So drive that knee in, squish hard, squeeze hard, belly button pulled down and in. Head, neck, and shoulders up. Keep breathing. Drive that knee harder and harder until you start to shake. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good work. We got the other side. We're gonna squeeze even harder on. In 2, 1, and go. Lift up. Drive that knee into that hand. So keep driving. Keep squeezing. Create pressure. Belly button pulled down and in. Suck that belly button down and in. Become a C. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, yes. All right, we're going to end our core with our sprinter V's. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Sitting up, driving that knee, staying back. We still want to think about that belly button driving down and in, keeping that C curve. We want those lower abdominals to help sit us up, holding in tight as we lower down, and especially as we drive up. Last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. All right, guys, grab a sip of water if you need it. I'm going to demonstrate our exercises that we have for strength. So if you want, you can dance around to the playlist while I review what we got. All right. We're going to have 5 exercises. We're going to work for 45 seconds. We're going to rest for 15. So we got a long work period ahead of us that we got to get through. We're going to knock it out as quickly as possible. So exercise number 1, we're going to have a pulsing squat. Okay? So you're going to start about shoulder width apart. You're going to come down. You're just pulsing through your squat. Now, on my call, I'm going to tell you to switch. And you're going to jump out into a wide sumo stance pulse. And then on my call again, I'll say switch. You're going to hop back, feet together. So who knows how many switches we're going to have. It's going to be on my call. We got 45 seconds of it. Woo! From there, we're going to go into a reverse lunge, alternating with a curtsy lunge. So I just want to make sure I have enough space so I don't disappear. All right, so you're going to step back for your reverse lunge, and then you stand, and then step across and back for that curtsy. You're going to stick with one side for 45 seconds, alternating between the two. And then we'll have 45 seconds for that other side, really burning out those legs and those hips. From there, we're going to have pike push-ups. So we need to hit a little bit more of the top of the shoulder. It's going to mimic like we're doing an overhead press. So you're going to walk out into a plank position, right? We're going to shoot the hips up like we did in our warm-up in our downward dog. And from here, you're just going to lower the head down to the ground and press up. So keeping those hips up high, coming into a pike position to press, getting more of the top of the shoulder. Now, if you do a few of those and you're like, holy shit, no way, you can modify to a regular push-up, or you can stay in that pike position and you can just add in shoulder taps. You can stay here and you can just shoulder tap. That way you're working on some overhead stability. Got it? Our last exercise that you're gonna have, or we're gonna have jump, switch mountain climbers. So you're gonna come back into that plank position. One foot comes up, kind of like that morning stretch, that Spider-Man stretch. You're gonna jump and switch to the other side. Now, if you're cursing me through the computer, your modification is just a Spider-Man wide leg mountain climber where you drive that knee to elbow. Okay, so it's either the jump switch or knee to elbow. And those are our 5. Are we ready? We have 4 rounds to get through. It's gonna take us to the end of class. So we gotta knock it out. Have your water nearby. Take a sip whenever you need. All right. So, all right. I'm on Sexy and I Know It on the playlist if you guys wanted to know. But mine might be on shuffle, I don't know. Okay, here we go. No more talking. Pulse squat, 45 seconds on my call. I'll tell you when to switch from close to wide stance. In 3, 2, 1, and go. We're at a nice shoulder width stance, pulsing out. So never fully standing into the squat. Keeping the weight back into the heels. And switch, so hop out, wide stance. You can step out if you don't want to hop this morning. That is fine. But stay down low, weight back into the heels. Switch, hop back to close stance. And keep pulsing. Switch, wide. You can toe out, feet wide. Switch, nice and close. Pulsing. Switch, here we go. Last 5. Stay here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Those are gonna be awesome. All right, guys. Start with the right leg forward. Reverse lunge to curtsy lunge, alternating between the 2. Stay on one side for all 45 seconds. 2, 1, and go. Step back, stand fully, then step across for that curtsy. Step back, step across. If you need to modify to only a reverse lunge, say the torque on the knee is not gonna work for you this morning with that curtsy, that's okay. Modify when you need. But we're getting full range of motion, full reps here, alternating between the 2 sides, or 2 lunge variations. Here we go. 45 seconds. It's a long time. We only worked for 40 seconds last week. 2, 1, and rest. That extra 5 seconds is gonna make a difference. We have the other side, other leg. Reverse lunge to a curtsy lunge. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. It's the same thing. Full stand, step back and across. Make sure you're shifting your weight into the heel. So you got a big drive to that heel to let your glutes help, right? We want to get this guy involved a little bit more. So if you're feeling a lot of burn in the thigh, that's okay. But see if you can exaggerate squeezing that butt cheek a little bit more and get some more hip action. Here we go. Guys, we have 10 seconds. Keep it up. Woohoo! Last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. All right, we got our pike push-ups, or modify to a regular push-up. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Shoot those hips up to the ceiling, and then lower down as far as you feel comfortable. Press up, targeting the top of that shoulder. Now, make sure you drive down through the thumb. You're gonna be tempted to shift your weight out into the pinky, but keep the pressure in the pad of your hand next to your thumb. So grip with your fingers, drive the thumb down. At any time, alternate to those shoulder taps if you need a break. You got 10 seconds. You don't have to knock out that many, you can take your time. Alternate what you need. 3, 2, 1. Very good. I'm sure most of us are only used to overhead pressing 8, 10, 12 pounds. And now you're pressing about half your body weight, sort of about a third, half your body weight. That should feel difficult. All right, 2, 1. Jump switch mountain climbers or wide leg. So foot up by the hand, jump switch to the other side, or drive the knee wide to the elbow. Whatever modification is going to work for you this morning. Take your time on the jumps. You don't have to go for speed. You don't have to go for speed on the wide leg mountain climbers either. Because remember, we got a long time of work. As long as you're working, you're good. 10 seconds. Burning out those shoulders. A little bit more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woohoo! That was one round. We got 3 to go. We're gonna have a little longer rest here, about 30 seconds, before going into round 2. Give you plenty of time, catch some water, catch your breath. 15 seconds. All right, when getting your water, think small little sips. Try not to chug your water because again, you don't want it to just fill up and sit in your belly and slosh around. Small little sips, just to clear your mouth, catch your breath. All right guys, round 2, pulse squats. On my call, we switch. Stance. 3, 2, 1, and go. Round 2. We're starting feet together or wherever you want to start. Pulsing out. Sit back into the heels. Eyes up, look straight ahead. Find a target on the wall or screen, something in front of you. Jump and switch. Wide stance. Stay back into the heels, chest up. Keep breathing. Squeeze those glutes. Switch. Back to a close stance. Still pulsing. Ooh, yeah. Drive through the heels. Let those glutes burn a little bit. Jump, switch. Here we go, jump, switch. Woo. Last 3, 2, 1. Very good. So we're pulsing out and we get a little power with that switch. All right, reverse lunge to curtsy. Pick a side, any side. We got 45 seconds there. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Full range of motion for each lunge. Working through. Drive through the heel. Get that glute involved a little bit more than you think you should. As we move through bodyweight workouts, you need to exaggerate the moves, exaggerate the contraction a little bit because we don't have weight to push against. So sometimes one way to make it more challenging for you is just to squeeze a little harder. So you get more of a contraction. In 3, 2, 1, very good. Now the number one way to get strength gains and really challenge the muscles without extra weight is time under tension. That's why we pulse it out with squats and go right into lunges. 2, 1, and go, other side. Having the squats and the lunges back to back, we're taking time and spending a lot of it on this lower body. So you should start to feel the burn. You should start to feel fatigued. Exaggerate the squeeze. And then we do the same for the upper body with the pike push-ups into those switch jump mountain climbers, targeting those shoulders and that core. And then we got 45 seconds of work for each. That's a lot of time under tension, I'd say. Guys, we're almost there. Last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. All right, pike push-ups. It's not about how many you can get in, so it's okay if you got to take your time and alternate with shoulder taps. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Shoot those hips up. Shoulder tap here, or you guys can be in your regular push-ups. Even if you're doing regular push-ups, I want you to drive through the thumb of your hand, right? If you feel yourself pushing down through that pinky, shift the weight in. You may not feel as stable. You may feel it might be more challenging, right? But we want to push through the thumb. If you got to get your hands wider to do so, go for it. It's probably just a reflection on your wrist mobility, but really push down through that thumb. You have less than 10 seconds. Push through the thumb as you lower down. Push through the thumb as you push up. Last 2, 1, and rest. Very good. All right. Jump switch mountain climbers or wide leg mountain climbers. Even on this, for stability, drive that thumb down. 2, 1, and go. Remember, take your time to really get a clean and clear jump. Modify to the wide leg mountain climbers whenever you need. Both are amazing exercises to knock out for our last 25 seconds. Here we go. Keep working. This is where the challenge comes in. We get a 30-second rest after this, so keep pushing. 10 seconds. Everyone can work for 10. If you're just in a plank holding, do it. Find a modification, keep working for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woohoo! Very good. We are halfway. Grab a sip of water. That was awesome. Woo-hoo. All right, 15 seconds. Keep that focus on that contraction. Keep the focus on the core, pulling that belly button in the whole time. We got this, guys. 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds of fun. All right. We're going back to those pulse squats. So again, you can take that jump out. So if you're pulsing, you can just go for a big step. All right, round 3. Picking up that intensity in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. Pulsing in our closer stance. Sit the hips back. It's okay if you don't go down as low in this stance like you do when you're wide, but sit back into the heels. Pull that chest up, eyes up. Jump switch out to the wide. Toes can point out a little bit here, but stay low. Keep pulsing. Keep breathing. Hands can go wherever's comfortable. Prayer. On your knees, holding overhead. Jump switch. Wherever's comfortable for you. Just sit into the heels. Thighs and glutes working together. Jump switch. Here we go. Ending on the wide. For 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Reverse lunge to curtsy lunge next. Burning out those legs and those hips. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Stepping back, full stand, over to the curtsy. That's it. Keep that chest tall. Drive through that heel. So we always want to drive through the heel, and we want to grip with the toes. So a big drive through the heel is going to help us get that glute involved. Gripping with the toes is going to help us keep that balance. Think of that foot as like a tripod. Each end working together. Keep it up. 10 seconds. That's it. Last 4, 2, 1. Rest. Oh yeah, shake that leg out. We got the other side. Other leg. With these lunges, we have a chance to bring our heart rate down a little bit. We'll really work in those legs and those hips. Here we go. 2, 1, and go. Now it only pulls the heart rate down just a tad from those pulses. But enough for you to start controlling your breathing and moving through. Now if you want to get that heart rate up, if you have a weight nearby, grab some weight. Or speed up how many repetitions you get in. Keep going. Moving through. Big range on all of those. Working different aspects of the hip and the thigh as we alternate between reverse and curtsy. 10 seconds. Here we go. Last 5. Knocking just a few more. 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Coming down. Pike push-ups. If you haven't tried them yet, round 3, try to see if you can get 1 or 2 in before switching into shoulder taps or push-up. Here we go. 2, 1, and go. Sit those hips up. Push through the thumb to lower down. and drive up. Hitting the top of that shoulder, pressing up. Modify to those shoulder taps when you need a break, or stay in downward dog, or move to that regular push-up. Find what's gonna work for you this morning. 10 seconds. I lied, 15, read that wrong. Now we're on 10 seconds. Keep going. Almost there, last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Blood really flows to the head on that. Catch your breath, take your time. Mountain climber, jump switch, or wide leg. 2, 1, and go. Remember, you can always alternate between the 2 variations. If you want to try some of the jump switch, or if you're doing the jump switch and you start to fatigue, modify to that wide leg. Drive that knee up to the elbow. Whatever works for you guys. Big jump, big explosion, keep breathing. Drive down through the thumb. Less than 15. Doesn't matter how fast you go, as long as you're working, less than 10. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Guys, 30 seconds. Grab a sip of water. Catch your breath. The rest is so important. I know when we're resting, it's like, oh, we're not doing work. We're wasting time, but we're not. The true meaning of HIIT is intervals. We want to rest. We want to bring the heart rate down. That way, we can go closer to 100% on the next exercise or the next round. You want to catch your breath. You want to bring the heart rate down. A true marker of improved fitness is how fast you can recover. So if you can recover within 10 seconds, you're feeling good, that's amazing. If it takes the full 15, awesome. If you feel like you're not recovering at all in those 15 seconds, that's why we have a 30-second between the full rounds. But use that rest time. Use it. Promise me you're using it. I can't see you, but relax. Okay. Now that my spiel on resting is over, we got our last round. So we're gonna pick up the intensity even higher. We're gonna knock it out. It's our last round. It's gonna be our best round. If we have enough time, we'll end with a little core finisher. So let's do it. Squat pulse in 3, 2, 1, and go. Knocking it out. This is where you now work, okay? We caught our breath. We brought the heart rate down. Now you are gonna push it even harder to bring that heart rate back up, right? Now that we had a nice little long rest, a little longer than 30 seconds that last round, now you're gonna push it. Jump switch, wide stance. Bring that heart rate back up, moving through, staying down nice and low. Challenge yourself, right? Jump switch. We got that nice long break. Now we can push it, and that is the beauty of HIIT. Jump switch, right? Here we go. Jump, switch. Last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. We got our lunges. Take the full 15 seconds. Catch your breath. If we don't rest for the 15 seconds, then the class becomes just a cardio class. But we want to focus on strength and strength improvement. 2, 1, here we go. So we want to take that rest so that we can really focus on those deep contractions, on that time under tension. That's it. Right? If you want that second day soreness, take your time. Slow it down. Big contraction. Jumping around for 45 minutes straight. It's going to be a killer workout, that's for sure. But you may not get that soreness. And that muscle soreness is a sign, right, that we've damaged the muscle a little bit. And through recovery, we gain strength. I'm preaching to you guys and rest. I'm preaching to you guys so I keep talking and keep it going. Because I'm feeling it this morning, all right? We got the other leg. Knock it out for 45 seconds.
I know you guys are working hard. 2, 1, and go. Full range. Back into the heel. One leg may feel stronger than the other, and that's okay, right? One side is always going to be a little more balanced, a little stronger. We preach that we're symmetrical beings. We're really not. So that's okay. Work each side as its own. Here we go. Keep it up. Working through. 15 seconds. See, if I stop talking, you guys are going to start hearing how heavy I'm breathing. Less than 10. We got 5. 3, 2, 1. And then rest. Okay, bringing it down. Pike push-ups. 2 more rounds to go. I think we might have time for a core finisher. We'll see. 2, 1, and go into those push-ups. Let's knock it out. Oh yeah. Drive through that thumb, lower that head down. At any time, go to those shoulder taps for a rest. Or you can always come down into that plank, hold here, or you have the option to do the regular push-ups. Whatever you do, keep working for the last 22 seconds. Keep going. Even if you're holding, stay up. We got 15. That's it. 10. Rest when you need. 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. Last 45 seconds coming up. Jump switch mountain climbers or wide leg. Pick your poison, knock it out. Modify when you need, but stay up. 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Last 45 seconds, knock it out. Here we go. Even if you're not moving fast, that's okay. As long as you stay up, keep working. If you're just holding a plank, you're doing amazing. Wide leg mountain climber, regular mountain climber. As long as you are working, you are winning. Guys, 20 seconds. Here we go. We got this. 15. Last 10. Here we go. Finish strong, stay up. Last 5. 3, 2, 1. And a rest. That is it. Grab a sip of water. We're gonna go for just a tiny, little short core finisher. So, 2 exercises, 20 seconds on, 10 off. We're gonna shoot those legs up. You're gonna have pinky to pinky toe cross reach. So crossing it over. After you reach, you're gonna go right into a 2-leg lower. So reach, reach, lower. Then from there we have a cross crawl. Knees will bend. Hands hover behind the ears, kick one leg straight, opposite knee to elbow. All right, we're just gonna go through those 2, 3 times. You guys ready? 20 seconds, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Shoot those legs up to the ceiling, flex those toes. Pinky to pinky toe, and then a 2-leg lower. Keeping that low back glued to the floor. So if you need to bend the knees, that's okay. If you need to bring your hands and your hips a little bit as you lower, that's okay as well. 2, 1, rest. Good. Knocking through this nice and quick into our cross crawl. 3, 2, 1. Now take your time on these. It's not a crazy bicycle, so you want to reset in the middle. You want to focus on that low back staying glued down and that belly button pulling in. This one's all about control. Imagine you're pushing a heavy box away with that foot. Drive that knee in. 2, 1, rest. Woo! We got 2 more rounds, and then we'll stretch it out. Back to our toe taps with leg lower. 2, 1, and go. Reach up and across. Both legs lower down, only as far as you feel comfortable. Belly button pulls in. Lower on that exhale. Pull the belly button in as you reach. Big lower. 2, 1, rest. Woo! Okay, guys. Cross crawl in 2, 1, and go. Drive that knee up and in. Keep the elbows wide. Keep the chest open. Kick that box away with that leg. Low back glued to the floor. Belly button sucked in. Woo! In 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're just gonna go one more round. One more, and then we'll just do a few stretches and we're free. Last round, best round. 2, 1, and go. Tap those toes to that leg lower. Here we go. Finishing strong for our last minute of exercise. I'm already on the slow songs for the stretching, so keep pushing. Dig deep. Last 3, 2, 1. Rest. Yeah, we got to push through. We don't have the motivating music. We got to cross crawl to end. Last 20 seconds here. Knock it out for 3, 2, 1, and go. Drive one knee straight, one knee in. Suck the belly button down in, chest open. Under control. Less than 10. Here we go. Knocking it out. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good, guys. Let's do a few stretches before you leave me. Okay? Lay back, knees bent. We're gonna go for our trunk rotation. So lower both knees down, nice and easy to one side. Getting a deep low back stretch in. Relax all the way down, opposite shoulder to the floor. Go ahead and look one direction. Let's take 2 deep breaths. 4 seconds for each breath. Go ahead and breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Roll the knees up over to that other side, nice and easy. Relax all the way down. Look the opposite direction, shoulder down. 2 deep breaths. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Roll those knees up into the middle. Give them a big squeeze. Wrap those elbows around tight. Tuck in. Massage that low back out a little bit. Relax the head back without releasing the knees. It's okay if you feel a slight pinch in the front of the hip. That's okay. Go ahead and release those knees and relax. All right, guys, come on to your hands and knees. Last stretch here. All right, so from here, we're gonna sit the hips forward. So we're coming into an upward dog position. So hips are gonna slowly lower down. We're gonna pull the chest up to the ceiling. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. So if you need to kind of do a little neck rolls, push the ears down, or push your shoulders down, stretching up here. If you feel like you can lift the knees up off the floor. Go ahead and tuck the chin. And by each single vertebra, I want you to roll up, back, down into a child's pose here. Let's just do 2 more breaths and then we are done. So sitting the hips back, into our heels, hands reach overhead. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Last breath, breathe in. Exhale out. All right, and that is all that we have for this morning. Guys, thank you for joining me again. I really appreciate it. I miss you guys still.